Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Del Mar as we kick off the penultimate week of racing here at the Del Mar meet in Southern California for 2025, at least for the summer meeting. I'm Kurt Hoover. Be with you throughout the day and the rest of the meet, and joining me this afternoon is Ryan Anderson. Ryan, usually I start off this time of the day and say, beautiful weather, picture perfect weather, the breeze off the Pacific Ocean. Not today. I personally love this weather. It's actually drizzling rain right now, and it feels real tropical here at Del Mar.
Feels very tropical, and at least we don't have the wind blowing our papers everywhere.
Right?
So that's the bright side.
And
here.
it's not cold, obviously.
It's not
just
cold.
Kind of that tropical feel, and it's a very, very light drizzle. It's not going to affect racing whatsoever, but hopefully keep things cool throughout the afternoon as we kick off Pacific Classic Week here at Del Mar. All right, let's get right to the action. Ryan, 8 races to kind of whet the appetite for the weekend. $10,000 non-winners, 3 life, tip off the proceedings.
That's right. Heavy favorite in the number 6, Big Juanito, off that powerful win last time. I'm against him in this spot. I went with the 5, Brother Tony, currently your second choice, and probably going to remain that way. Big drop from the $45,000 claiming level on turf last time out. Broke his maiden 2 back in maiden claiming 40 competition. Was forward that day. I'm against Big Juanito just because I feel like that pace collapsed last time. It was a great ride by Mirko de Muro. Saved all the ground. It was a very turf-like ride. Last time out, but he's very talented. But I'm going to go with Brother Tony, just a horse that is a little more forward in a spot like this off the big drop.
Yeah, short price on Big Juanito, I think rightfully so. His last win, when you watch that race visually, was really, really impressive the way he finished and galloped out. And coming back for 10 makes sense. That was 10 non-winners 2. This is 10 non-winners 3. The purse is big. It's the end of the meet, so I think he'll be very tough to beat. Good to see Mirko de Muro back in action. He got dumped over the weekend, hit the ground pretty hard. He's back in action, which is good news. And then I put Supermax for second. Another horse who's kind of pace dependent. Sometimes makes that big looping move and sometimes follows through with it. So let's go 6-2 for me in the opener. Race 2, scratching here. That's the horse I was going to pick for a price. Lady Rider is out. So you're on your own here, Ryan.
Yeah, I thought Lady Rider was a little bit interesting. I ended up going to the 8, Time to Shine. That last race coming out, just lost the bob to Giggle that day, who I liked in there. I thought Time to Shine ran a winning race, just got the worst of a bob, saved a lot of ground. I'm against the 4 upcharge in there. Was the favorite in the last out race, but really had no excuse, at least to my eye. I'll take Time to Shine right back. Tactical trip from the outside for Fresu.
Same for me. With the 1 out, I went to Time to Shine, who's going to be a short price for Mark Glatt in race number 2. Okay, pick 6 time, race number 3. We start from scratch on this Thursday card. Speaking of scratches, 7, 12, 13, 14 are out. Coconut Girl does get in. How do we start my favorite bet, Ryan?
Yeah, pick 6 starts here. The number 2, Severe Clear, is going to be my top pick. Ricardo Gonzalez, Peter Miller teaming up. I feel like the booking of Ricky Gonzalez means that they want to get this horse maybe a little more forward.
Yeah, and he's having a good meet. Quite having a really good meet, Ricky.
Obviously, grade 1 Del Mar Oaks win with velocity as well to cap off things. But I thought Severe Clear in a race that is kind of lacking a front runner. I think Ricky can be aggressive from the inside post, dropping off of the claim. So I wanted to give this one a chance for Peter Miller. And I thought the 4, Violence's Or, had a shot too with Armando Ayuso, also dropped, so not yet exposed at this level.
Yeah, down to the bottom here for a lot of you at Maiden 12-5. I'm going to give number 6, Expressive Love, one more chance today. I thought she'd be very tough last time out. She just ran flat. She was climbing, getting dirt in her face, just not really trying. She was bet on the occasion. I have no idea who the rider is. Rodrigo Payne and Barrios, maybe a relation to Hector. I don't.
Cousins.
Okay, good. Well, that's good enough. Maybe some of that talent got passed along to the cousin. I'm going to take Expressive Love on top. One more chance because she bottoms out today, and then that's it for me on her. And the 2 horse, Severe Clear, watching her replay a couple times, I wrote impossible trip. You cannot win with the trip she had. Hung out wide, could never get position. I'm with you. I think Ricky Gonzalez puts this horse into the race today. Might even make the lead. So I went 6-2 in race number 3. On to race number 4. On to the turf. In this one, there's a scratch of the 4, Joe Vittori, an overnight scratch. Personally, Ryan, I think Jack Fish will be very, very tough to beat and is going to be a short price.
Me too. When this race came out and I saw Jack Fish in here, I tried to find ways to beat him, but I just could not.
I couldn't either.
He looks like Lone Speed. He looks like far and away the horse to beat. I think the 8, Tom Mix, is a horse I just want to keep an eye on. Phil D'Amato said in an interview earlier this week, maybe longer the better. This is a big horse. I thought the 2, Victoria's Rocket, might deserve some underneath honors, at least for me. The dam has produced some runners, sprinters, and then the top runner was Galilean.
Yeah, who was a good horse.
He was a good horse. He just has his first crop of 2-year-olds this year. So 5-2 for me, but a strong lean on Jack Fish.
Yeah, Galilean was a debut winner and a pretty nice horse. So Victoria's Rocket's got some pedigree. You mentioned Tom Mix, named after the cowboy star from 100 years ago. That's where Nick Alexander gets his names from. Just for the record, this horse is related to S.Y. Sky, debut winner, $700,000. Connie Swingle, stakes winner, $500,000. Grays and Sky, almost $500,000. Multiple winners, but maybe longer. So for me, not creative, but you need singles. Jack Fish, a pick 6 single today. On to the 5th. This is late pick 4 time. Take out the 7 Salty Sally, scratch 12 and 13. 11 gets in, which is big because I thought she had a look. How do you sort this one out?
Yeah, I had the 11 and third. I was hoping we could get one more scratch so the 12 could draw in. The 12 was my top choice, but I ended up going 4-10 in this spot. I thought Bear's Board, watching those last 3 workouts, it looks like with the blinkers on here, she's ready to run. They've been really sharp since getting into the Doug O'Neill barn, so I'm going to give that one my top choice. And I thought the number 10, Little Tinker L, definitely deserved to be on my tickets as well. That 2-back number fits. The 0 buyer last time out, it was a rough start watching the replay, but again, I think she's better than that. So I want to give her one more chance there, and I think you'll get a little bit of a price at 4-1.
I like the same too, Ron. I just flip-flopped. I thought the 10 Little Tinkerelli had a really rough trip. And again, cheaper horses down inside. She got shuffled back. She lost position. She just really had no chance. She's drawn outside. If you look back to that race at Churchill, the winner of that race came back and ran second in the Churchill Downs at the Debutante, the stakes race. So I think that was a good race. I love the fact she's outside. She's going to show speed. Ricky Gonzalez gets on board. So for me, Little Tinkerell on top. And then Bear's Board for second. 1 of 2 ship and win horses here. Mashi Niblick from Yachty and Bear's Board, who puts the blinkers on. The race Bear's Board exits super live. The winner came back and ran second in a stake at Delaware. The 3rd place finisher got beat a neck in a maiden race. Point being, that was a very productive race. Blinkers on, and Doug O'Neill is one of the best at the ship and win. 10-4 for me. 6th race, Ryan, final pick 3 on a Thursday afternoon card. 5 furlongs on the turf. How do you sort this one out?
Yeah, one of my favorite bets, that $3 pick 3 with the 15% takeout.
One of the best bets on the menu.
Indeed, and I'm going to start it with a strong play of the number 7, Can't Sleep, trained by Carla Gaines, ridden here by Antonio Fresu. I like that last out effort. A lot of horses are coming out of that Bits Tiger Magic race last time out, and Bits Tiger Magic is in great form right now.
Was much the best.
Much the best that day. So I like the way Can't Sleep has come out of that race. Has worked once since and has worked twice since, and both of them are really nice, especially that 2-back work, best of 124 in the morning, going 46, and then they kind of backed it off, saying that, showing me that she's ready to run right back, and I love the Ohms getting on the turf as well.
Yeah.
I think it's where he does has his best production. So 7 on top with the 6 underneath. I'm against the Rail Horse Thermal.
Yeah, I am too. I ended up picking Miss Mandalay. I thought she ran well last time. She took a big late hit in the betting. She was 19-20-1 at the gate. She went off at 8-1, and she finished up really well. Just beat by a better horse. Tyler Bays takes over. Obviously, Le Preux was in town that day to ride the stakes. That's why he rode the horse. So I put her on top. I was driving down today, Ryan, and being a big music fan, I was listening to some Guns N' Roses. So I heard Sweet Child of Mine, started humming and getting that in my head. Now we get Sweet Gal of Mine. I'm going to throw her last race out. Banged around at the break, lost interest. You get Barrios, trained well from a good barn, and a price. So 6-5 for me in race 6. One of the all-time great rock and roll albums, Appetite for Destruction. A 7th race. First half of the late double just makes me sound old. We scratched the 8 stand from Malibu. What about the 7th, Ryan?
Yeah, this was a very difficult race, so I went a little price shopping, and I ended up on the number 3, Come Out Fighting. I thought if you excuse the effort 2 back, that was off the layoff, you could even maybe draw a line through that last out effort with that only being the 2nd start of the form cycle for Bill McLean. He raced his horses into shape, and I think he has some back numbers Come Out Fighting to get back to. Pretty consistent considering the horses he's running into at this level. Armando Ayuso's ridden really well. I like the inside post, and I think there's plenty of speed, and I don't think there's any speed that's really going to last the 5.5. I think 5 furlongs would be a different story. 5.5, I kind of like the number 3, Come Out Fighting, as well as the number 12.
Yeah, I went to the 12 words to Lou. To me, that's like the money run today, meaning, you drop. If you get claimed, okay, but you're going for the money today. Decent race at Los Al. Project Leader, who won that race, is a very good nighttime horse. You look back at some of the horses this horse faced, Jerry Spirit, Supernal, Gypsy Tears. Those horses would all be favored in this race. I like Where's the Loot, drawn outside for Craig DeLossie. And I've always liked Instinct Doro. This horse is an absolute professional racehorse. Never runs a bad race. The race at Los Al last time, there's been 1 next out winner already out of there. The race 2 back in the afternoon, 2 next out winners. Bags Gold, who would be 6-5 in here, and a race was off the board, came back to win. 12-10, and then the 2 had an impossible trip last time. Was buried inside, never had clear sailing. So I was 12-10-2 in race number 7. All right, we get to the 8th and final. Scratch the 6, Stylish Colleen. Scratch the 8. Scratch the 13 and 14. That means 11 and 12 get in. Kamura's first call got in, so Van Dyke picks up the 9. How do we close out Thursday racing, Ryan?
Yeah, this was I went down a bit of a formulator rabbit hole in this race.
I go down that rabbit hole a lot. There's nothing wrong with it. I won't hold that against you.
There are 7 different trainers in here with the same angle you can kind of work with, going dirt to turf and then sprint to route. And the strongest of all those is the number 1, Blame It On Abby. So that's where I ended up with my top pick. Peter Miller is 12 for 64. He also has the biggest sample size of that group. That's 19% going on that dirt to turf and then sprint to route category. So I ended up with the number 1 on top. And then you mentioned the number 9, the rider switch to Drayden Van Dyke. That's my second choice. I still like it. Nancy 2.0. The Sire Straight Fire has been 5 for 25 to start his 2-year-olds. That's 20%. He's only 1 for 19 on turf routers, but this isn't a field I'm super scared of. I don't think there's any killers, and the Dam was a turf router as well and produced some.
Yeah, it's a good betting race. I got a horse in here that's on my old school notebook horses to watch list, and that's the 10 Coyote Cafe. I thought her debut was really good. She didn't break real sharp. She kind of got knocked around. I thought she finished up really well. She galloped out nice. She's come back and trained well. She's bred to route, and I like the trip she's going to get. So the 10 on top for me, Coyote Cafe. The 4-horse Drewliner ran really well in her debut. She finished up full of run, blew by the field under the gallop out. I thought she'd be real tough last time, and she ran all right. I think she wants to go long, and she gets that chance today. Clubhouse ride out of a Ghost Zapper mare. So I'm going to go 10-4. 1 pedigree note, the 2. It's a Fair Life is out of a mare has been really productive. Sudden Sunday, 5 winners, including Rose Dawson, some good pedigree there. But for selection purposes, 10-4. All right, Ryan, what do you think? Does the rain go all day, or does it stop in a race or two?
Oh, I hope it stops. I can kind of see a little bit of sun off behind the screen here, so I'm hoping that it stops maybe around the pick 6 time.
A little bit of sun over the Pacific. Nice, cooler temperatures today. Ryan, thanks as always.
Of course, that was fun.
Thank you for watching. Post time in about 43 minutes. I'll join you in paddock in about 25.